Hi, this is Ken McFaden, Academic Dean for the Richmond Campus, and I want to offer a brief overview on how to use Zoom as part of the classroom learning experiences here at Union Presbyterian Seminary. And this is for students on the Charlotte and Richmond campuses. You may already be familiar with Zoom. You may learn a few new things that you have not used before. So thank you for being attentive to this very brief overview of Zoom. I want to begin by calling your attention to the Zoom video conferencing participant instruction sheets. If you've never used Zoom before, perhaps even on the computer you're now on, you will need to download the Zoom software. So if you scroll down your sheet, you will see the required software for Windows and Mac users as well as mobile devices. I will note that using a computer is going to be much more effective than using a mobile device, just given the number of people in your class. So you can click and on and download and install the Zoom. And by clicking on the link, it will take you to the download center. So then you can click on the Zoom client for meetings and click on Run, and it will take you to the place where you can download Zoom onto your computer. So that's the first step. It does make it much easier once you have Zoom installed on your mobile device, your laptop, your iPad, because then you have easier access to get into your courses. So that's the first step. Once it's time for you to enter your class, Elizabeth Elliott here in the Academic Dean's office has created a wonderful spreadsheet that will be used by students and faculty alike that is laid out by course and time and campus. So we're going to click on one of the classes that is available, and I'm going to invite some people to be students, and I will click on the meeting. And so by clicking on the link on the spreadsheet, that takes me right into the meeting. It should. It's going to ask me if I want to join with video. It does, because I do have a camera on my computer. And so now I have a partial screen. In the top right corner, it says Enter Full Screen. I'm going to click on that, and then I have a bigger picture and I can see easily who's in the class. One other person, S. Blanchard, has joined us. Now, S. Blanchard, that's Susan Blanchard. She does not have a camera. So she can see me, but I cannot see her. We'll introduce this in a few moments, but there is a chat function at the bottom of my screen. There's a highlighted area that says chat, and it's now orange because it indicates to me that there's a message. So when I click on there, I see a note from her to everyone that says, I'm here. So since Susan is not able to speak, she doesn't have a microphone, and we can't see her, we will need to rely on the chat function in order to know that she is in the class. Susan, welcome. There'll be a few others joining. At the bottom, I see right now there are 2 participants. So as more people enter the classroom for now, they'll show up on the screen. Michelle Walker, our Vice President for Community Life, has just joined us. Michelle, can you hear me?
I can indeed.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Thank you. So it's always nice to check and just make sure that we know what we're working with in terms of ability to see and to hear, and to be seen and to be heard as we proceed, and to know that there may be some who are not able to see or to hear, or because of the camera or microphone or speaker capabilities. Ideally, your computer will have all of that. It'll have a microphone, a speaker, and a camera so that you can fully participate. But if not, that's not a problem. We'll do the best we can. If you don't have sufficient computer technology also, there's a phone number that you can call in and a meeting code that will help you access the class. So it's possible that if Michelle was not able to hear or to be heard, that she could not only do the camera part so we could see Michelle, but she could also call in, and then therefore she would actually have 2 squares on the screen, and she could participate through the 2 different outlets. So we may have others join us, but let me say a few things. It's a common mistake to mute ourselves when we don't intend. In the right-hand part of my box, if I push mute, now I can't be heard. So I'm speaking, but Michelle can't hear me. I do get a prompt in the middle of the screen that reminds me that I'm muted, so I can go back and unmute myself. I can also do that in the bottom left-hand corner of my screen, and that has the same effect. So there are a couple of places where that could happen. I can stop my video, and now she sees my name, but she doesn't see me. So that's another place that you might want to make sure that your video is on and your microphone is on if you have that. Across the bottom of your screen, you will see several things in terms of invite. So if I want to invite someone else, I can do that. But since the students are enrolled and the professors are anticipating the class as a whole, we don't really need that function. The participants will let us know who's here. The chat will open a new window, and so Susan has said, I'm here. And so if I want to send a message to the whole class, although everyone can see, I can type something in, such as welcome. And I send it and everyone sees it. Now we have to be careful, because if I want to just send a message only to Michelle and I say, Michelle, your glasses are a little bit uneven, then everybody has just heard that. There's an option of scrolling down and sending a message privately to one member of the group, but I would encourage you not to do that in a way that is like talking in class, because that would be disruptive to you and miss an opportunity for learning. So that's the chat box. We're not using the record for this because with students in the class and because of FERPA regulations, we're not going to try to record classes. We'll use Blackboard or VoiceThread or other such things to complement what we're trying to do with Zoom. Reactions button we're probably not going to use, but if your classes want to do that, just know that that's there. This share screen is one that's pretty important, and I want to share a few screens as if I were teaching. First, I want to go to my syllabus because I want to look at what I might be doing this day, and that would be Monday, November 11th, so this was a class from the fall, where our topic for the day would be pastoral care across difference, gender, race, ethnicity, culture, socioeconomic class, and there's the reading. So if I do want to reference the syllabus, I can do that, and then when I want to stop sharing, I just need to say stop share. This would be important for students in case you're asked to share something in class and you want to share something that would be on your desktop or laptop or whatever, but just be aware of what you share. You may not want to share something that you don't intend to share, so just be intentional. You may want to practice a little bit. Another share screen that I would want to show is if I want to show a PowerPoint as part of the class, and if we were in person, I would have used and did use in class. And that would be where I can walk people through the PowerPoint presentation of pastoral care across difference. Well, I'm drawing upon one of the assigned readings for the text, and so I can either do that this way, where you can see it and I can still see the slides, or I could actually show it as a slideshow. So there are different ways to share slides and screens depending upon what you want to do in the class. And again, when I'm done, I just want to stop sharing. There are several different views, just one or two more points, and then we'll close out this not so longer brief demonstration. If I want to exit the full screen so I can see other things that are going on, I can press the exit button, and then I can see other things such as the PowerPoint presentation that I was just looking at. To go back to full screen, I just go back to the right-hand corner, and I am ready for the full screen. The other option, that if you want to just hear a class member or your instructor speaking, you can go to speaker view. And so the person who is speaking at the time would be the person, and for some reason it's going to Michelle. So Michelle, you must want to be heard. But it's designed for the person who is speaking, but since there are only 3 of us in the class and Susan doesn't have the capability, it's going to the other person in the room. But if there were a class of 5 of us, then the person speaking would be the person who would be seen. To go back to the gallery view where you can see everyone, you can do that. Michelle, do you have any questions based on what you're seeing?
No, this has been very helpful.
Great. Well, thank you for participating. Susan, if you have any comments or questions, if you want to send a chat, we want to make sure to include you in the discussion. It looks like she has no additional questions. Oh, she says, thank you. I think I understand. So if you have any questions, please know that there is support on several levels. First, you may reach out to your instructor to see if she or he has particular tips that can help you troubleshoot something on the spot and in the class. There also will be provided some additional support numbers and emails to assist all of us as we continue to live into this technology during this time of teaching through Zoom and other distance education technology. So thank you very much. We will be patient with each other. There will be points of frustration because nothing works perfectly, but we'll do our best during this time with gratitude for the opportunities to teach and learn at UPSIM. Thank you very much.